guys, I finished my hat. Look how nice it is. It's also like a little bit much. It's a very, very intense hat that I currently do not have a need for in my climate because it's spring. If you're interested in owning this hat, you should let me know. If multiple people are interested in owning this hat, I will do a giveaway. That's a thing that I could do. And I would wash this hat and, you know, take it with gloves and put it in a bag so it's like not infected or anything. Just clean as a whistle. So yeah, no, this hat is really nice. You let me know if you want it. I switched to a more reasonable hat that is not as warm or heavy or ridiculous. But now I feel like my head looks really small. Okay, so one thing that I've not been doing very well in being isolated is eating. I know that a lot of people are talking about, like Nicole Byer posted that she took a nap to stop eating because when you're stuck at home, you just kind of like do what you do when you're at home, which is often eat. So I've been keeping incredibly busy, which I think has been actually to my detriment because I'm really tired and I'm starting to feel a little bit anxious. So I'm really trying to treat today like a slow day and like a regular weekend day. But we'll see. I'm about to organize a drawer. So like, is this ever going to happen? It's really beautiful outside today. So I'm going to go sit on the fire escape for a while. But my eating. So I've not been eating lunch is the whole thing because I wake up at like 8 and then I sit around, I drink coffee, and I don't actually eat breakfast until like 10. So why bother eating lunch? But today I decided that I should eat lunch because A, I'm hungry, and B, I have food to eat. So I'm eating this beautiful minestrone from my mom and this beautiful sourdough that I put garbagey cheese on from my dad. And I just like, guys, my parents, they are something else, guys. So anyway, I'm very, very lucky. So I'm sitting outside. It is so unbelievably delicious and gorgeous out here. And I'm writing people postcards. Give me your addresses, guys. I'm going to send you a postcard. It will be sent immediately. Give me your addresses. It's day 8. So many days. So much nothing. I worked really hard to make today a low-key chill day because I hadn't genuinely had that because I I get really intense about these projects and I just kind of throw myself into them. But I also think that I was doing them out of some sort of like neuroses that I thought that I could just distract myself into getting through this time. But like it's day 8 and it's definitely starting to catch up with me that I have been alone for 8 days. And I've talked to people, I've talked to my parents, I've talked to my sister, but I'm like, my community of friendships is not being accessed because I get through my day and I'm like, well, that's that. I guess I'm good. Or I don't feel like I need to talk to people because, you know, my days aren't slow. I think I thought that the days would be slower and they're just not. The days just happen. Like I covered this Ingrid Michaelson song today and it probably took like an hour. I don't know how long I was doing it. I don't, because I don't have any concept of time anymore. But I covered that song and I cleaned out a couple of drawers in my desk. And then I sat on the fire escape for a good while and it was so beautiful outside. It was sunny and a little bit breezy, but not super much, and warm. So yeah, I talked to my friend Kaylee after that, and it was just so helpful because I am not talking to anyone about this necessarily, or not like consistently, and I was able to kind of just tell her a couple of fears that I was having that I wasn't fully able to articulate because I wasn't talking to anyone. And so if I was having those, it was just kind of like bubbling in my brain and not getting out. And I think, guys, that's like the beauty and importance of friendships is and the conversation that friendship affords is that we end up working through things that we're experiencing or things that we're thinking about in ways that we can't on our own. And I am a very, very much in my head kind of person because I'm, you know, I'm a soul human. I exist alone. And so I often underestimate how much I need that because I'm good, right? But I'm not. So I just like, there is just so much value to be had in having those conversations and just talking about things, what you're watching. Kaylee, so behind. She watched these 2 really intense series in a row. And I'm like, don't do that, dude. Like, don't. Watch some comedy. You need some levity right now. And she was like, a lot of people are telling me to watch Schitt's Creek. And I'm like, what time? It's the end of March 2020 and you have not started watching Schitt's Creek? What happened to you? So anyway, I went on a very long, emboldened praise session of Schitt's Creek and Dan Levy and Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara and how important they are and how important it is that Canada made that. CBC made that show. Anyway, so she's going to watch that and her life is going to be better. And I'm just like, that is what came from us talking on the phone. And via FaceTime, I saw her face. Anyway, I'm going to have dessert. A few days ago, I made this cake and I am living for it. I want it to never end. But my mom today, because again, my parents, the best, brought me she brought me 2 cinnamon buns and some fresh homemade buns that I really look forward to eating over the next couple of days. So I want this cake to never end, but it's like there is goodness that is going to keep coming my way because my mom and dad exist. My dad brought me pizza yesterday that I ate for dinner tonight. So all day today, I've eaten parents' food. My mom's soup, my dad's bread, my dad's pizza. Tomorrow I'm going to eat my mom's cinnamon buns. Blessings abound. So this is just an adjustment, right? This is just a new experience. And I'm always telling these kids, right? They don't have a lot of experiences in their experience bank. And so when they experience something new, it's really hard and it's really like novel for their minds to be going through whatever this thing is that it's presenting. And it's okay for it to be hard because you've never seen it before. As we get into this, we'll start to see this as a new normal, as my mom would say, and we'll adapt because we are heavily adaptable creatures that will, you know, just kind of turn our lives in ways that are both healthy and functional and manageable. This is day 8. See you tomorrow.